What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Random Ramblings. I'm Jerome.
I'm Nick.
I'm Hess.
Today we're talking about Game of Thrones Season 2, Episode 3 and 4. Don't know the titles, but I don't think it really matters.
It matters.
What are they then, pal?
What is dead may never die, and Garden of Bones.
I was going to say, I know the second one's something about bones, because when they said that, you're like, oh, they should name the episode after that.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did.
I said, hey, that could be a title of this episode.
Whatever. So you wanna start us off here with Episode 3?
Sure.
What's dead may never die. Stay dead.
God, you're so...
Is that a Bon Jovi title?
Yeah.
Could be.
It kind of sounds like a Bon Jovi title.
I could... Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Like an album title, you know?
Yeah. I got you.
You know,
I don't know.
There is another line in this episode that's perfect for a T-shirt. No, it's episode 4.
It's episode
4.
But
it's that there's no cure for being a cunt. That would be the perfect T-shirt.
I would wear that shirt.
You know what I really want, actually? If people didn't watch last week's podcast, which I don't know why you wouldn't, you asshole.
Damn.
We talked about Roz being Queen of the Whores.
Yeah.
And we did a little Random Ramblings highlight clip of that, and I made a T-shirt for it. And I even saved it just in case we wanted to make it. I think we should make... Even if it's just for us.
Oh,
The shirt looked pretty cool. We could all pick whatever color we wanted, but I don't know what Hess is doing. but it looked pretty cool.
I'm trying to clear the... I got a text message. I was trying to clear the notification, and I guess it pulled it down.
But I can actually... I'll put that on the screen here if people like it, but I
would rock that. Let me know how much it would cost.
I think last time we did it, I think it was like $20 a shirt, maybe less. But it's not too expensive. But I think that'd be pretty cool.
When you put it on the screen, you could put it over his finger that was on the screen for 5 minutes.
Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to mention the cunt thing before I forgot.
So Queen of the Whores, but it's gonna say Pleeka on it or something.
Yeah, we'll get Pleeka on there too.
I lost my tongue there. For
how much have you looked into how much like a T-shirt machine would cost?
I think the T-shirt machine would be very expensive, but like then if people were buying stuff, then it would
because
end up telling out.
You know, my son he swims every year for like Centennial High School, and like every they have like a playoff or it's like a championship. Well, there's always a guy there.
It's weird in a sport.
I know, right? No, but it's been a guy there. It's been the same guy the past 3 seasons. Like he has a T-shirt printer, and then like
on site.
On site.
I have no idea what a T-shirt printer looks like, by the way.
He had I mean, it's just a machine, and I don't know. It's hard to explain with this little window here. Well, you guys can see bigger, but anyways,
it's got nothing to do with it.
I love when he goes on long stories because the longer the story is, the more he has to like correct himself and like connect. Like it's just.
Anyways, so like he does like a mock-up of each shirt, and then he's just like, people will come up and order, like as they're going into the event, and then like he gets their information, and then they pick it up on their way out. So but he charges like $35 to $40 a shirt. And these people fucking pay it. I mean, it's insane. So, I mean, like, I feel like if it's, I mean, I'm sure, I don't know how much they would cost, but, I mean, I think I would love to have one, because I would love to actually just start a fucking
I think for the time being, it'd be more cost-effective for us to, like, just use a website. But I think, like, if we did, like, get bigger and people wanted to buy shirts, that would be cool to be able to, like, make them here and ship them out and all that.
Yeah, I'm not making shirts.
That'd be fun, I think.
I'm not making shirts.
I
can tell you that right now.
Before will you make sure that thing all the way? Because I feel like Hess is only coming out of my left ear. It could be just the headphones, but.
Push the side.
All right.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh, now I can hear you guys better.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, so it'll be fine on for like the podcast because like that's how it was for Saul. I just left it, but it was bothering me only hearing him out of one ear.
I didn't even notice.
Can you hear me out of both now?
Yeah, now it's good.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that's what we want to do is hear you better.
Mic check. You want to turn me up a couple notches, Jerome?
No. Now you're good.
Yeah.
What's funny though is him out of one ear is just as loud as me and you out of both ears.
Yeah. I don't think so.
No, it definitely is.
Yeah.
Because like I said, it was like that when when me and you did the Saul podcast. You'd have no idea, but his was in one ear, and then I mixed it just like how mine is.
Yeah.
It sounded normal because he's so fucking loud.
This is completely random, and you guys.
Perfect podcast for it.
Right? You guys might want to do this. You might not. All right. So at work
Wait, hold
today.
on. Before he continues, what do you think the chances are that we really actually want to do that?
About 10%.
Okay, he'll continue.
10%. That's it.
Yeah.
All right. So at work today, I won something,
And it was a
it had-
blowjob.
No, it has a bunch of stuff in it. Okay. They're jelly beans. I was gonna see if you guys wanted to make like a guess how many are in here, and then whoever gets it right gets the thing. Like how many?
Oh,
jelly
that could be
beans.
interesting. Like do like a contest. Like if some, what would they win though if they?
The jelly beans.
It's
We should put the
Four-
jelly
Didn't
beans.
he just say that?
it's 4 pounds of jelly beans.
Okay, well since this is your idea, what do you think the person should win if they guess it right?
I don't know.
Like
About
a
a
pair
life-
a pair of your used panties.
Well, we can like shout them out or something. Like
Mate,
shout them out.
what
if they have a channel or something, we can plug that channel
We could-
for them.
we could do that, or the next podcast, whoever wins next podcast, we'll like Skype them or like FaceTime them in or something,
Ooh, how about?
and
how
they could be
about
they could be on the podcast for like I don't
that? That
know
would be cool.
a couple minutes.
Yeah,
Wow.
5 minutes.
I mean, I don't know if anybody wants to be on this podcast.
I'm
but-
not sure I want to be on this podcast.
Well, they can replace you.
Okay.
So yeah. So if we're gonna do this,
Can me
all
and
right,
Nick
it's-
play too? And if we win, we'll FaceTime into our own podcast.
Well,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
gonna
The
guess.
only shitty thing is I got to dump these fuckers out and count 'em.
You have to count
Yeah,
them.
you didn't think ahead.
I was hoping there was gonna be like a thing on the bottom that said how many were in
Well, you
here.
could probably look up like how much is 4 pounds of jelly beans.
Yeah, but it's 4 pounds of jelly beans. So yeah, you guys can guess. Feel free. Tell your moms, tell your parents, tell your kids, tell your friends.
Wouldn't my mom
'em-
be my parent? I mean,
But you get it. You get it.
Oh yeah. So then comment down below. The next podcast will announce a winner.
all right. Do you want my guess?
Yeah.
Well,
What?
you don't have to guess right now.
I'm guessing right
Right.
now.
Oh wow.
3.
Oh, you lost.
Damn.
I'm gonna guess 2,457 jelly beans.
I feel like we're
No,
playing.
you have to comment.
Why?
so that
I'll
we can
comment
keep
that
track.
too. But that's my guess. That's my guess. I'm saying it out loud now, so you know I won't fabricate it.
$10. You comment a different number.
I do.
Yeah.
No, I'm
I
coming.
would-
2,457. I will remember that. I'm editing this podcast, so I'll remember that.
All right.
That's funny because that's not what you just said 30 seconds ago.
It's not. Well,
I
I'm
don't
editing
know.
this, so I'll know.
I
I'm
wasn't
like
listening.
90% sure it's the same number. But
It's not.
so comment down below your thing, and also comment if I said the number right twice and Hess is wrong. And so let's get into Game of Thrones. I do like.
You did say it right. I was
Oh,
I was
thank
just fucking
God.
with you.
Okay, so yeah,
I just thought it would be funny if you 30 seconds later said it wrong.
it wouldn't surprise me honestly.
It wouldn't surprise me either.
But all right, so let's get into episode
Alright, so I-
3. If it's dead, it stays dead.
I told you guys at some point, I don't remember when, but I took notes differently. I just kind
Yeah.
of
Oh
took them
yeah,
by
yesterday after
characters.
Saul, you told us.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like I got like the main characters in 3. I have Jon, Bran, Renly, Theon, and Tyrion, and Sansa, and then a little bit of Arya. But that's all like I just wrote it down like that.
What did you write down for Hodor?
Hodor.
Oh, okay, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, he comes out and he goes, "Hey, I thought about the way you said you were gonna take notes," and he goes, "I saw Hodor," and he's like, "Hodor said Hodor."
Hold it.
So that's
Hodor.
that'd have been my notes. I'll take notes on Hodor every episode.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely.
just ask me what he said, and I can quote him easily.
You know, it's very hard not to just get up and throw something at him. Sometimes.
That's why we got this
You
big.
can if
That's
you
why
want.
we got this big table, so you don't want to get over here, and
Are these heavy?
they're your dragons. I don't know if you're gonna throw them at me.
Kinda.
Ooh.
Okay, so if you think about it too, like, so the first thing was John. He gets taken back to Craster's house, and like, he's all fucking beat up, and they're like,
Yeah.
he's like, "Get the fuck out of here, you! I'm fucking my daughters. Leave me alone."
Is that an exact?
and
quote?
I'm killing my sons. What has it got to do with you? No, but and so basically he takes, he tells John get his horse ready. They're leaving in the morning because they fucked it all up. But John finds out that
He knows.
He knows.
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah.
He's like, he's killing the baby. You don't have a reaction to that.
Yeah. Hey, why aren't you like surprised that he's killing babies? But then I did notice after that, John's not in the next 2 episodes.
Yeah, I know.
No.
I definitely noticed that.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I mean, like,
It's weird too, because like I told you, I liked episode 3 a lot. I think I liked episode 3 the most out of these 2.
episode 3 is really good.
And you're like, oh, I know why. It's because Daenerys wasn't in it. And I was like, yeah, she wasn't in the episode. You're right.
Wow.
I
yeah.
didn't even notice it watching it. Then the second episode.
She's
she was
in 4.
Yeah, she's in 4.
Yeah. Yeah. Not a lot though.
Yeah,
Like
she's
2 scenes
she's
or
just
some
kind of
shit.
out in the desert being dirty for
Yeah.
this season.
Out in the desert
they
being
they-
dirty.
They get to cars.
Yeah. Goth.
What are they?
Karth.
Oh, okay. Good. I can't say it, so that's what I was gonna call it. Quarth. I'm just
you
kidding.
can say it, can't you?
It.
Okay.
I love when people do that.
I hate that so much.
I'm
It
just
reminds me of like, can I go to the bathroom? I don't know. Can you? I'm just fucking asking if I can go pee, man.
I'm not even gonna go there.
Why do you have to ask to go pee?
Well, not like in the like. I'm not like, hey Nick, we're doing a podcast. Can I go pee?
I'm like, no.
I'm not, like,
Can you?
Like oh my god, like at school, like in like second grade, you'd be like, can I go to the bathroom? I'm like, I don't know. Can you? Can you stand up and hold your cock? They want you to say, may I go to the
You know,
bathroom?
when
Your
I was-
teacher said that? You could probably like, get him in trouble.
When I was in second grade, I think second or third grade, maybe it's fifth grade. I don't know. I was in a grade. I was sitting next to a friend of mine, and he's like,
Nick had friends.
we were in music, and he's like, hey, can I go to the bathroom?
No.
He's like, I really have to go. Which, like, why would you ask if you didn't have to go? But whatever.
Right.
So he's like basically crying because, because he has to go so bad. And the class ends, and we get up and leave. And I look back, and we, in those little plastic chairs with like the 3 holes in the back.
Mm-hmm.
It was just full of piss, and then it was dripping out the back of the 3 holes.
Oh.
But we were in the back corner, so I just got covered for him. He ran to the bathroom, and we all lived happily ever after.
Wow.
But that's what I think of when people go, can I go to the bathroom?
I don't think I've ever pissed myself. I've been pissed on at
do you
school,
remember
but I've never
your friend's name?
Yeah.
Like, is he still around? Do you know him?
I think I'm friends with him on Facebook.
Do you ever
That's
message him and
cool.
say, hey, you peed your pants lately?
I haven't
Remember when
seen
you-
him.
You remember when you pissed your pants?
Yeah, that was,
Yeah, I
that
don't
was
think.
good times.
I thought you were gonna say that like you pissed your pants so that like
I'm not Billy
He's,
Madison.
yeah,
wasn't-
he's not Adam Sandler.
yeah that's what I thought you were gonna go.
That'd
with,
been
so.
cool.
I did
You
call
did
him
it be-
Miles Davis.
Did it
though.
before Billy Madison did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I have with the urine at school is I was peed on, but that's it.
Gross.
You got peed on?
Yeah. It was at, what was it, tutor time, preschool?
Yeah.
We were sitting at a little playground, and then this kid just walks in, pulled his cock out, and just started peeing on me and my friend Tommy.
It's not a cock when you're like a preschooler.
Yeah. I was
Okay.
gonna say.
I just
3 or
picture this
4
like
year-old
little
does not
kid
have
with this giant
Okay,
cock.
he walked in there and pulled out his wiener,
There you go.
and he started peeing
That's
on
more
us.
appropriate.
And we were like, what the fuck? And we went up and told the teacher, and then he didn't really get in trouble for some reason. And we had to go. The teacher like undressed us, like changed our clothes, all this stuff.
She undressed you?
Yeah, I think she
That's
made us. I think
disgusting.
she made us keep our underwear on, but I don't remember that for sure.
I remember I had to pick
And-
him up, and he's up front. And I was like, "What does this motherfucker do now?" And then like, he got peed on. I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!"
But then I think it was the next day or
He probably deserved
a
it.
couple days later, the kid was saying something, and he mentioned that he pissed on us. So I picked up a chair and threw it at him when I got in trouble. And I remember you like, "What'd you do?" And I was like, "I threw a chair at the kid that peed on me." And you're like, "Okay, well that's not that bad."
Well, I mean, shit.
Payback's a bitch.
Yeah. So and then I have Bran written down too, but he was only in one part of the whole episode.
You know,
too.
that confused
Yeah.
me again.
Really?
Yeah, the wolf was going, and I was like, "What's
The
oh,
dream.
it's happening again." He was being a wolf.
Do you think you'd catch on at some point?
Yeah, and then you know what I thought of right after that? Oh, Hess thinks he's fucking a porg. He's remember Hess thought he was
God.
porging.
Porgan.
That's what I thought it was called, a porg. All right, that was my bad.
But that was kind of cool. He's talking to that old guy, and he's like, "Oh, old Gran said that there are people who go
Master
inside
Splinter?
birds and all that shit."
Old who?
Old Gran? What was her name?
Nan.
Nan,
Nan.
Gran, same fucking thing.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh yeah, but that's just stories.
Yeah. There's no dragons. There's no
No White
Children,
Walkers.
no children of the forest. There's
No
none of that
smoke monsters coming out of vaginas.
stuff. Yeah. There's
nothing.
none of that. None of that happens anymore.
Yeah.
It's weird how they're like, yeah, that used to happen, but it stopped. Like, what were they, dinosaurs? Like, I don't get.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know.
understand why they just think of it. But it did stop. I guess the stuff in the north didn't stop, but the dragons did like go away. So
Yeah.
it's kind of weird, but I don't know. I guess that's why it's fantasy.
Yeah.
So and then I got some shit written down for Renly. So Renly has his like little tournament to say he's the king.
Yep.
And then you got this big ass knight fighting Loras, and then we find out it's Brienne. So that's our first.
Yeah.
Introduction
First
to
time
Brienne.
seeing her. Which I actually looked to see if you had
Brienne
a
of
pop.
Tall.
If you had a pop figure here, because I thought you did.
I did not.
I almost brought Captain Phasma in here, but I thought that'd be dumb.
That would be dumb.
So I didn't get her in here. But I actually liked her this episode. I remember not liking her at all, but I thought she was kind of neat.
Yeah, she beat him up, and then
And she beat up Iron Fist, which isn't.
there's no
hard to
reason
do.
not to like her at this point because she's
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
just a big.
Ogre bitch.
That's not where I was going, but she's big.
That's what I always refer to her as, this big ogre bitch.
Well, I mean that doesn't make it right.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, just
Doesn't make it wrong. She's just a
I
big
mean, if
ogre
I
bitch.
always refer to someone with like a racial slur, that doesn't mean I'm in the right.
Racial slur. That's
No,
not
but-
racist.
You
no,
know,
he's not saying that is racist.
I'm saying
Oh, okay.
well, it's
just because
unless you're an ogre,
you always refer to it.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to allowed to talk to Shrek, right?
right? He'd
Yeah.
kick your ass.
He would be like,
Which-
"Hey,
Doesn't Hot
I
Pie
heard you talking shit."
look like a baby Shrek?
If he was green, he definitely could be get some like
Yeah.
little ears popping out of his head.
Yeah.
You think you can do that with all your photoshopping skills?
I
Make Hot
could.
Pie
I
green?
don't know if I want to take the time to, but I probably
Can you
could.
make Hot Pie green?
We're really powering right through these 2 episodes, huh?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you know.
It is random ramblings for a
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah, and I
Remember
feel
when we used to talk about Tupac?
I feel like the show that Hess never watched.
Did you ever finish that?
I have not finished it yet.
It's a good thing those are only your favorite rappers, and like you love them so much. And
Well, I know what
still,
happens.
You still think
I lived it. I was alive when all this happened. It's not
okay?
like this
What
happened
happened
in
to
the
William?
70s.
What happened to William?
What happened to who?
William,
Who the fuck is William?
you know from Westworld.
He died.
Yeah,
He
but
got fired, and he died.
yeah, but how? What happened?
I don't know. It doesn't really
Oh,
matter.
well, I
It's not
thought
really-
I thought you lived it.
It's
I
not
could have
really
sworn
relevant.
you just said 10 seconds ago that you lived it.
Well, you just said that the show about my 2 favorite rappers, not
It
about
was.
William,
but it's
not
about
about William Dafoe.
it's about the detectives.
Yeah, I don't care about the detectives. I know he started his own little PI shit, and he died of fucking lung cancer or whatever in 2015. Some kind of cancer.
It was
Am I wrong?
it was better watching it than listening to you tell it though. I
Yeah.
have to admit.
Because at the end,
I know, but
he's almost
what I'm
getting
saying
hired
is
back, and
I-
he has a heart attack and all this shit.
Yeah, I lived it. I will finish it eventually. Maybe I'll finish it when I'm done with this podcast.
Like this one right now.
Yeah.
I
There's
don't.
no
I don't
fucking
believe
way.
that for a second.
And then maybe later on tonight we can just do one more random ramblings for that show.
For the
Oh,
finale.
now that we've put it in the past and forgot about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird though? This podcast started talking about Tupac.
A little bit.
Tupac and Biggie. Yeah.
Tupac, ghost stories, and Hess not know who killed JFK.
What?
Who killed JFK?
Don't put me on the spot.
You know what's funny about that?
He's been asked that like 5 times and still doesn't know.
What's funny about that is like he heard you. What?
I know. Come on, who killed him? Moving on.
What?
Moving on.
Yeah,
How-
moving on.
How come you can hear everything but that question?
I don't know.
May I use the restroom real quick?
All right, bring up the next character.
Well, we were still talking about Brienne.
Mm.
So she asked to be in the King's Guard. For which is it really the King's Guard? It's like minor league or something. I don't know. No, I
Yeah.
mean, I guess it's because he's got.
I mean, when
Double A.
everybody in the world now is saying they're the king, I don't
yeah.
think it really.
I mean, I
matters
guess
that
you still
much.
have to. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean that is kind of weird that like everyone's like, "Oh, I'm the king. I'm the king."
I think I'm the king. I mean, my name is Drum King, so
Good point.
yeah.
Wouldn't that make you the prince?
No,
Because I'm your father.
prove it.
I don't want to.
Prove it.
So after like the tournament, after Brienne and all that stuff, Loras comes into Renly's tent and is like, "Hey, no, I'm
Hey,
just
you
kidding.
want to take on my
They're
pickle?
they're getting their groove on.
He really wasn't feeling it though. Loris wasn't really feeling it.
Well,
Yeah.
he's feeling it, but he doesn't. He knows he needs to do it to his sister.
Right.
So, so then they bring in Marjorie, and then that's it's. I guess we meet her at the tournament, but then
Yeah,
when
but
she
we
comes
really
in,
get to meet her then.
yeah, she takes her
She's
shirt
like,
off
Want
and
me to
everything.
bring my brother in here? He'll blow you real quick.
Yeah, well, she plays the game really good, and she
Yeah,
knows what's going on.
I always like her.
Yeah, and like she's like, hey, yeah, it's cool. You can.
I can't help but picture something from the most recent season every time I see her.
Yeah, I could see that.
But I always liked her. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you guys find her at all attractive?
a little bit.
But she was in something. What was that movie? Did you watch the movie she was in recently, where she like went to the suicide forest and she played twin sisters in that?
I have no idea.
Because him saying her really attractive, because like, there's one of her that looks like her normal, and the other twin of her looked like fucking like disgusting. It was like really weird.
Oh,
But
really?
that was like the first thing she did right after Game of Thrones. Yeah, it was really
Well,
weird.
because
to me.
Abby says that she has no idea how I can think she's attractive.
I don't know. Well, literally, she's the only one I know that doesn't think she's attractive.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah,
told her
I've
that
never
I
heard
don't
anybody say
understand
that
how
she's ugly or anything.
Yeah, no,
she
she's
can
hot.
find how Seth Rogen is attractive.
That's a little different.
Yeah.
He's not attractive. He's funny.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, let's not compare her to Seth Rogen.
No, I'm just
That is an odd
Abby,
comparison.
that's Abby's man crush.
Oh.
That's interesting.
Well, since she's into you, does that mean you're kind of like Seth Rogen?
Absolutely, 100%.
Just minus the funny.
Well, and the sexy.
I wasn't gonna minus that.
All right.
She's texting me. I'm sure she's talking shit. I'm sure she can hear me.
I think my neighbors can hear you.
What's that? You want me to talk a little louder?
You know what's funny? Every time he does that, I lean back away, like the iPad just bring me the sound, but it's going directly into my ears.
It's just a natural thing.
Yeah.
It is natural. It's
And
just like when you're playing like Mario Kart and you're turning, you're like, oh, and there's no effect on the game.
Well, the funny thing is I didn't notice that you talked any louder.
What? I really didn't understand you, so.
I didn't notice increase in volume when you yelled.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was just a disguise.
So the next person I've written down is Theon. He learns that his father is going to attack the north.
Yeah.
While Rob's down south fighting the Lannisters. And then he confronts his father.
About
which was
leaving
kinda-
him and all that. He said, I come back and you're still
his
being a
father,
cop.
Balon Greyjoy, is a fucking dick.
Yeah.
He really is.
Not a
and most of those
redeemable quality on
most of
him.
those Iron Island people are. I mean, they're basically the Vikings.
You know, for a second, I thought his sister was going to want to fuck him.
She probably would.
I think she probably
Because
would.
she was like, you were a little fat boy and I remember you. And was like rubbing him and all that. And I was like,
I mean, if you
I
remember
was like,
the-
I don't remember, but are they going to bang?
remember the episode before?
Oh, yeah, he was
filling her up.
Yeah,
He
he's
was-
like
he was like,
finger,
I just
finger
wanted to see
banging
how
her
far-
on the horse.
Yeah. Put that on a t-shirt.
You can't put. That's why you can't get a T-shirt, fucking maker, because this motherfucker be making T-shirts all day long.
Exactly. You'd never run out of entertainment with it.
Jesus fucking Christ.
We just put them up on a
We'd
website.
we'd have like that
just
Walmart
randomly.
section of random t-shirts that like you find one funny and you buy it.
Jesus.
It'll
Christ.
happen.
So
That's my dream.
So he says, like, hey, you're not with your other family. He says, I don't have another family. And he said something about his like being his only son, because
Yeah, and he gave him away.
yeah,
Because his other sons died, right?
yeah, they died fighting the Starks
Yeah.
and Robert Baratheon. So they take him as a ward, and now he goes back to his dad, and his dad doesn't want him, basically.
Right.
So he confronts him on it, and dad slaps him.
I think that's what he does.
And it's just like, you almost feel bad for Theon in a way, sorta. He's in a weird position,
Yeah, it's very awkward for him, but
but he's such an
asshole
that you just
don't.
don't.
But-
Yeah,
But I think his dad made the right choice by not letting him go to the north to attack.
really.
I think so.
I think his dad made a stupid decision going to the north in the first place.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that that's smart going to the north, but I mean, he has lived there. I don't know how long he was with the Starks and all that. You know what I mean? Like,
I think they say. I think it's like 15
I think he
years
just.
or
I
some
think.
shit.
I think that. Well, in my opinion, I think the reason he did it was, he's been there. He developed feelings. He knows these people. So why would he want to hurt any of them?
Yeah, except that they're not there.
Right. But everyone else is, and I'm sure he knows quite a few people. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm sure he doesn't just know the Starks. He never left the compound.
No, but they're not going to Winterfell first. They're going to go to the other places and fight.
Oh, okay.
But also, like, I mean, I don't know. Theon still fights against. I mean, he goes to Winterfell. It's not like he doesn't end up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His dad may have made the right decision on Theon. I see what you're saying there, but like, his decisions all around are normally not good. You know what I mean?
Right. For sure.
They're all. They're not my favorite group of people in the book. Or in the
Well,
show.
I mean,
I can see that
I don't-
100%.
I don't think they're anyone's.
I don't.
favorite.
There's no one really there that.
Oh, I know of
likable.
people who root for some of those people.
Well, yeah, like
Really?
Gavin, he
But
likes
you-
from Achievement Hunter and all that. He loves him. But that's because like he knows him in real life.
Oh yeah, that would
But like,
be-
he's like one day he said he was in New York and he to get in shape he runs like up and down New York and all that stuff like that. But he does it barefoot.
Jesus.
So that's like Gavin met him at that one day and was like, what
yeah,
the
he's
hell?
probably a nice
Talking
guy. He's
to
probably
him?
a good actor. I just
Yeah.
don't like his character.
It'd be hard like after watching Game of Thrones and hating a character like that. Like you meet him in real life, you'd be like, you little fuck.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know that he's got uncles and shit that I know someone's rooting for him, but you know, you'll find out.
Yeah. Yeah, there was some stuff that I wanted to say, but like, it's very hard for me, especially not knowing where things happen.
Yeah, I could see that. And then we get to the main character of this episode, Tyrion.
He's awesome stuff. I mean, he's always
love
awesome for
love
me.
him in
but-
these 2 episodes.
So first, he's like, the first scene he's talking to Shay, and he's trying to find. He wants to make her a kitchen wench, which she's not down with being a kitchen wench.
no,
Yeah.
she didn't want to do that for sure.
Leads to later on her and Sansa and all that, which
Yeah,
is it's a very awkward scene then.
Yeah, at first it is, and I think they learn to like each other.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do, if I remember correctly.
So he has her be a handmaiden, and then he comes up with this plan. So he tells Pycelle that he's going to marry Marcella off to the Dornish people.
I'm glad you remember all this.
He tells Littlefinger that he's going to marry her off to the Vale and Robin Arryn.
And then Varys.
And then
Yeah.
Varys he tells
I like
Irons.
I like that scene how they edited it all together. Like basically
liked it
every
too.
time he poured wine or drank wine, then he would explain it and go back to the next person and all that.
Yeah.
And by the end, I was like, how much wine did he drink? Like telling people. He
So the
likes his
only one
wine.
that didn't say is Varys, correct?
Littlefinger didn't say anything.
Yeah, I
either.
think it was only the
It was only
old dude,
Pycelle that said
Pycelle.
something.
Oh, okay.
That's how he knew.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I really
But
like.
doesn't he?
It was very
Doesn't he go
smart.
after Littlefinger too?
Littlefinger confronts him about it.
Yeah,
Oh, I got you.
Littlefinger was like, "What the fuck? I
He's
thought
like,
I
"Hey,
thought we
you-
had a plan going."
He goes, "Leave me out of your little games."
Oh
if you-"
yeah. And he was like, "Oh, I guess what is it?
Harrenhal.
Harrenhal. Harrenhal.
Hollandall.
Harrenhal's off the table. But I
Yeah.
got news for you. It's not off the table.
Right. The next episode is Harrenhal is in
Yeah.
the title. Yeah.
Yeah, and then so when Littlefinger confronts him, that's when he's like, and Bronn shows up. He goes, "Yeah, he's over there. He got some guests." And then they go meet Pycelle and cut off
Yeah.
his beard, and he's always with a whore,
Yeah.
which is gross because he's like
And she's-
112.
Yeah, last time
God.
I think the last time we saw him,
Ugly.
or one of them, he was banging a whore, then went and snitched on Eddard.
Yeah, and he was like, jumping around like a spry little 24-year-old.
Yeah,
Wait, how'd that go again?
yeah, do that
Jumping
little
around
jiggy.
like a spry 24-year-old.
I love when he cuts off his beard too, and he's like, "Oh God."
Yeah, and then he's like still talking. He's got it's like all perfectly cut right there.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
I like too. I like how he pays the whore too. Like,
And
then he goes
did
back
you
to his
notice?
again.
So like Tyrion's like, all right, so Robert Arryn was gonna tell King Robert about Cersei and Jaime, and he goes, "So you poisoned him?" He goes, "No, of course not." He goes, "So you let him die?" He goes, "I'm only working for the Lannisters." So like he didn't say that he
Yeah.
didn't let him die. He just
Right.
said, which is kind of fucked up.
Yeah, that
Although without that, there
He's
wouldn't be this
a
whole
piece of
story.
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, bottom line, basically.
Yeah.
And Cersei saves him a little bit, which is weird and ironic because later on she doesn't like him so much.
Well, I mean, if he's doing bad shit for you and he's a slimy little old man, you gotta think eventually he's gonna turn on you. You gotta
Or
keep your old
die.
slimy men in check.
Do you hear that?
That's why I keep my third eye on Hess. Not my brown eye. Let's move on.
Stop talking.
I pulled a little bit of a Hess there and said a few more words than I needed to.
So wait, did you just say you pulled a little Hess?
Yeah, I yanked on little Hess
Wow.
Wow.
I don't want to know
with
what
my
your,
third eye.
I don't want to know about your guys' drive home.
Oh yeah, I got a little new nickname for you from the 4th episode of this. The Tickler.
Oh, that tickle.
The guy whose name's he's like, I think his name's the Tickler, and I was like, oh, I thought that was Hess's nickname, and he's like, only when he drives
No.
you home.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
And then I have two things written down for Sansa. Like the one is that she got a new handmaiden as of Shay, and then the other is she has like a dinner with Cersei,
Oh yeah.
Tommen, and Marcella.
Yeah.
Which it's funny because it's a different Tommen, obviously.
Yeah.
Um,
It's funny. There's a couple actors in here that are like that changed quite a bit,
Yeah.
and like you don't really realize it until you rewatch it sometimes.
Yeah. Like the mountain, it doesn't look anything like the mountain now, and it's just
Yeah, like I said, the mountain now looks like Deathstroke from Arrow, but like he ate himself, like he's fucking giant, but looks similar to the actor.
And I didn't notice that he was even at Harrenhal. Like, I mean, I guess I knew, I just didn't realize.
I honestly had no memory of the mountain other than like the first season, that fight, and then him in the newest stuff.
I thought he disappeared after that, but I guess he was. Obviously, I was wrong.
Yeah,
You know. And then last and not least, in this one, Arya's having a little trouble sleeping.
Oh yeah, she talks to that one dude, drinks some wine and all that.
Yeah, so Yorn's like, "Hey, you want some wine?" He's like, "No." He goes, "Well, let me tell you a little story," which kind of is like a
all about how
my life got
turned upside down.
I don't know the words.
I'd like to take a minute.
Oh my god. So, his brother gets killed. Basically, he said his name every night until he fell asleep, and then.
Yeah.
So I think Arya might like that. She might. That might hit her. You know.
I think she's gonna take some cues from that.
Maybe.
And I think she's gonna lay down on the floor next episode and be like, "Go, Joffrey."
Well, and it's a good thing he told her that story because
Tekla.
it's not around too much longer.
Yeah, it's good
It
timing
did
on
make
his
a big
part.
impression, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that dude was cool. It's like it's too
Yeah,
bad.
I
liked
thought so
him.
too.
It's too bad he had to get killed by some prick, but
He gets stabbed with a crossbow and he's like, "Oh, I hate crossbows because you can't reload them."
and then kills like 3 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a fucking arrow.
It was a pretty
shooting
cool
at-
battle scene.
Yeah, it really was.
Very convenient though that like that one dude stole the helmet and all. I mean, they get captured anyway, so it doesn't
it's
matter
just a
much.
show.
But I know, yeah. But like it worked out for them, and like smart of Arya to see that and be like, "Oh, he was there right there. You killed him."
Arya's smart.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Like I feel like if that was Sansa, she'd be like, "Oh, God, it was him."
For sure, she would snitch.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Lamy was the kid
Although,
that died.
I also don't think Sansa could look like a boy.
No.
I mean, not that Arya does that much, but I think she's so young that she fits in it. But
Sansa would have some troubles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, his name is Lamy.
And he loved the salami.
Wow. And then he gets killed with Arya's sword.
Yep.
Yeah.
What did she call it? Little bow?
Needle.
Needle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a little bow. I like
bow.
Little bow beep.
The fuck?
Aren't you glad of all people you picked us to do a Game of Thrones podcast with?
Yeah. So awesome.
Hey, I'm keeping up.
With the Kardashians?
Oh, that should be our
No.
next podcast. Oh my god, I can't believe what Chloe did this
Jesus
week.
Christ.
Could you imagine?
That'd be.
I mean,
actually
we
kinda
would
fun.
probably get a shit ton of views.
I doubt
least-
I
and
almost wanted to try to talk you guys into watching it because Jersey Shore just started and doing like a 10, 15-minute
I
video.
used to watch the original Jersey Shore. I thought it was hilarious.
Like do that every week. I think that'd be hilarious just because I like watching it, but just to like basically hear what you would have to say about it because
Did
I
they
feel
get
like
everyone back?
you would hate it. No, well, like Sammy's not there and some people are
Sammy was
leaving and
my
all that.
favorite.
Like some people leave
I like
every now
Sammy.
and then, but it's just the reunion stuff's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know any of them.
I would love to just see your reactions to some of the stuff on there.
What
Like
night?
last
What
season-
night is it on?
It's on Thursdays.
Has the first episode aired?
Yeah,
But I haven't even watched it for like a year.
last Thursday. Wait, but that was last season. Like this new
Yeah, I
this
know
new
how TV
se-
shows
oh,
work.
well, yeah, this new season just started last Thursday.
Jeez, it's exciting.
It was 2 hours long too. I was pretty happy.
That made you
Holy
happy.
moly.
Yeah,
Wow.
2 hour.
I don't think I've ever watched IMTV
So-
for 2 hours straight.
So is it
I
the
have,
same
like, challenge.
context? They put them all in a house or whatever?
Yeah, except now is a little like this one's a little different because like Ronnie had a baby. So like they were doing something in Vegas, but they're gonna go like to the old Jersey house.
Oh,
Pretty
okay.
soon.
Weren't they in
With the
Miami
duck-
last
with the,
season?
With the duck
Yeah.
phone or whatever?
Yeah, they actually brought the duck phone when they were in Miami last season.
What the fuck's a duck phone?
They have a duck phone. That's like their phone to call when they're talking to
When it
people.
rings, does it go quack?
It's a weird kind of quack, but kinda.
I would have never pictured you as a person to watch Jersey Shore, Jerome.
I didn't for a while, and then like around season 3, Taylor and my mom talked me into it, and then I watched it all the
Shouldn't
time.
judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
I mean, I
I loved it.
didn't.
And like I didn't
I
know
was
either, but
never
like people
jazzed.
at my school watched it, so then like we'd watch it and we'd go back to school and talk about it.
Jesus.
Like Brian watched
So
it all the
it's
time.
like-
We'd talk about it too.
Like, oh, this is something we can talk about at the water cooler.
The only part I've ever seen is the last season. They Snooki?
Maybe.
Yep.
Maybe I don't know.
Is she a person?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She woke up and went downstairs and was bitching, and there's ants everywhere. And then she started eating the pizza that was next to the ants.
Oh yeah, she did that.
And I was like, this is fucking stupid. And I walked out.
You know Angelina? She comes back.
Jolie?
Ugh.
No,
Oh.
she shit her pants in a taxi cab, and then came home
Nice.
and then showed everybody, and then tried to say she didn't shit her pants.
She was drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Angela, your wife, shitting her pants.
We
a
should
little
do
bit.
that. We should do a drunk night with Pleeka, and see if anyone
God.
shits their pants.
That'd be interesting.
That would be interesting.
Last time you two got drunk together, it was a bloody mess.
Yeah, but not until after.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
And I had nothing to do with it.
That's true. He was long gone. So should we get back to Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Unless you
We're
want
not-
to keep talking about Jersey Shore.
We're on episode 4 now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, it's actually going by fast. Can you believe, next week, if we do it next week,
I'd hope so. We do.
we'll be 60% through season 2. I mean, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, doing 2 at a time helps definitely.
Yeah.
And then
I
in
feel like
2
if
weeks,
we were doing
you'll
one
be at
episode
my
at a
house.
time, I feel like if we were doing like one episode at a time, I feel like I'd kind of be over it a little bit, or I feel like
Yeah,
it'd feel like it's dragging a little bit.
it would take forever.
But-
For
but
sure.
2 at a time, I feel like it makes it so much fun too. Because even if like one episode's a little short on like stuff, that like it helps
Yeah.
talking about it too.
Yeah.
But it's been fun,
Yeah, it's cool. Like
especially
these
now. Like season 1, I recently watched that a couple months ago,
Yeah.
so I kind of knew a lot of that. Like there's some stuff I forgot, but now it's like there's a lot that I don't
No,
remember.
like season 2, like there's a lot that that I know happened, but I just don't remember.
There's
you
like little
know?
things. Like I remembered the smoke monster this episode,
Yeah.
but I didn't know it was this early. I thought that was like towards the end of season 2 or even season 3 that happened.
I knew it was season 2, but I kind of thought it was farther along also.
Mm-hmm.
So it starts out with Rob. This is the Garden of Bones, by the way. Actually, when we watched this one together.
Yeah, I mean him because I watched 3 last night and I was gonna watch 4. He's like, oh, I gotta watch 4 and take notes, and I was like, I'll just watch it with you.
I have to
Which
watch
I,
them twice.
I kind of like the way you watch it. I don't know if you do it both times, but like when you watch it with subtitles,
Mhm.
I've never done that like with the show. It's pretty interesting.
Really?
time
I
around.
thought you did.
I always have subtitles.
No,
on.
man, I did it with Westworld,
that.
because I took notes on Westworld and stuff, so it helped.
Well, yeah, that's why. So I try to watch it like once at the gym when I'm on the treadmill. So
do you
that-
do subtitles then or no?
sometimes?
I guess with headphones on though, that's even better.
Yeah. But that way, so if I'm taking notes, like I'm not missing shit. Like I'm writing down something, like
Yeah.
you know, and then it's like, what happened? You know, and then it takes you an hour and a half to watch an hour episode. So, because there's a couple things I missed. I was like, what? And then you told me.
That happens sometimes, like when me and you do flash videos. I'll have to ask you because I'll be in the middle of taking a note, and all of a sudden, like someone will run someone out of the room. I'm like, "Hey, what happened?"
yeah. So if you watch it twice, you know, and I don't mind watching it twice because I like it a lot. So, and you get a whole week. So
Yeah.
For sure.
I have to watch something when I'm at the gym. So otherwise, I'd be bored out of my fucking mind.
I get that on the treadmill. I couldn't just listen to music or whatever on the treadmill.
If I run, I can listen to just music. But then I also
I never
die.
run.
Eventually.
I like old lady walk.
Yeah, I've seen you. So it opens up with 2 Lannister guards farting, basically.
Yeah, he said that was you.
Yeah, I
The
did.
guy that was like, "Hey, come here, what's that? Someone's out here," and then farted. He said that was totally you.
Wow. Sure.
I could see you trying to pull something like that, and then
Yeah,
and then
did you
and then
say you wouldn't do that?
getting killed by a wolf. Be like, "Oh my God, someone's outside,"
You're like, shh,
and then be like,
Guy's like, shh, you hear something? See, look, you can't even deny it.
"I can."
Sure.
I can see like on like a camping trip, has to be like, "Oh my God, there's a bear out there," and get you over there, and then
Wait, what
farts.
kind of accent was that?
What was that?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know. Australian
Oh, so
Pi-
you're going to go camping in Australia.
pirate. An Australian pirate, mate.
All right, that's enough. No pirates. Fuck.
2 weeks in a
He's-
row,
Remember,
baby.
one of these, I want you to do a whole podcast in pirate.
I gotta get a costume.
I did say we should all talk like Littlefinger this podcast.
Yeah, how did you talk again?
I don't remember. That's the problem.
I wanted Hess to talk like the main guy from the 13th or whatever.
Oh.
The whole podcast. That would have been interesting.
That would actually be kind of funny.
It'd be. I really want to do it. We even planned it. We talked about doing it for the first episode when we did this podcast of Game of Thrones. But me,
I semi like that guy.
dress up like Jon Snow and stuff like that, and have like not necessarily beer, but like big pictures of.
Can we wait till
things.
it's wintertime?
Yeah, that might be smart.
Yeah, seriously.
I like wigs and shit.
Let's wait till like December.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
not bad in my room now, but it would be hot if we had wigs and coats on. And we're like King of the North.
I'll just dress up like the Red Lady and take my robe off.
You know what? Second thought, I'm gonna scrap that idea. I'll be like Obi-Wan in the corner, being like, "What the fuck?"
That wasn't
You,
Obi-Wan.
you have
He's
to
the
spread your legs.
he's the
if
second
you
Obi-Wan.
Dress up like her.
Do I have to have a
You know
smoke
what?
monster come out of my vagina too?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was impressed
With the smoke monster or her vagina?
with how good her pregnant belly looked, like connected to her body, and like it like looked real. Like I know it's probably prosthetics and CGI,
Yeah.
but it looked really good.
Yeah, I guess it was gross.
Yeah, it definitely was gross, but I was like, oh, that looks like. Sometimes you could be like, oh, that kind of looks fake, but like it looked like a real pregnant lady
Well, they
with a
gotta make it
ghost
look
monster in her
good when
belly.
she's fucking naked giving birth.
Yeah,
Well,
mean, they-
that and don't they? How much of a budget do they have for each episode?
I don't
a
know.
couple million,
Yeah.
probably a couple
Yeah.
100 million.
Yeah,
Couple 100 million.
I don't know.
definitely not that.
Well, I mean, I'm just
you
saying.
guys have a $200 million budget for episode 3.
Well, because I know they get quite a bit. Because like Arrow and Flash and all, they get $1 million, maybe even a couple million each episode. So I'm HBO that they get way more than that.
Yeah, I don't think they get 100. They might get 10. I don't know. I don't have any idea. I'm not gonna speculate like how much they. I think 200 million might be a bit much.
Well, I don't know. I know that I've heard that in some of the episodes.
Oh, they get a big budget.
Some of these episodes cost just as much as the first season of the show has. Which the first season was like couple hundred million.
Right.
Like they didn't spend
well,
a lot on that.
They got a little, pull now.
Yeah.
All right, we just won't do it then.
Like I know like the Battle of the Bastards and stuff like that was supposed to be like super expensive.
Yeah, how'd you like that one?
The butt.
Just kidding. Season 6 plus 7? I don't know.
7, I think.
So, anyways,
When is the red wedding?
season 3.
I was gonna say 4, season 3. Okay.
Okay, so
After
after
that,
the-
are we all gonna? I interrupted you again.
I
But are we
know,
all
I've been
gonna
trying
wear
to-
red?
No,
Oh man.
we're gonna wear fucking. Was it chainmail? Is that what it's called?
Oh, we could. With our
Chainmail,
little,
yeah.
our little nipples hanging out and shit.
Why would your nipples?
Do you have
hang
that
out?
long of nipples that go through chainmail?
No, but like the chain, like not like the actual like armor, but just like the chains.
You have like National Geographic nipples?
No, you if you saw what I'm picturing in my head, like
I don't want to see what you're picturing in your
just
head.
move on. I don't want to explain anymore.
Should we start episode 4 then?
Yeah, we probably should because we're 43 minutes into the podcast.
So far, we got a guy farted. That's what we
Forgot
talked.
about that.
That's what we
Forgot
talked
that's
about.
all we had. Yeah.
So and then Adara will fucking eats his penis off or something.
Yeah, first blowjob
And
of
then
the
they're
show,
like-
right?
Queen of the whores,
Yeah.
or King of the North, I think they said.
One of those two.
So and then the next after they show Rob like looking over a battlefield, they show him like walking. Everyone's all fucked up and hurt.
That's when the.
But they
dude's-
won.
Is that when the dude's leg is all messed up?
Yeah, right after.
Yeah.
That. But
And-
so
and,
he's
What's the chick's name?
Future-
That the nurse?
He wrote that.
Talisa.
He was in the middle of looking it up, and Robert, what's your name? He's like, did he fucking just ask while I'm looking it up?
Yeah, I know, fucking bitch. We meet two people. We meet Ruse Bolton and Talisa. Ruse
I
Bolton.
completely forgot about her until this episode.
I can guess you forgot about Bolton too.
Yeah.
Did you forget about Bolton? You don't even know who Bolton is, do you? He has a lot.
I do know who.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. He's the older guy, right?
Yeah. Does he-
Yeah, that's on the battlefield talking to Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're cool because like when they have prisoners, he talks about it. They flay them, which is
Like fish fillet.
yeah, basically they cut off all their skin,
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
which is fucking disgusting.
It's pretty awesome.
But he has a lot to do with the Red Wedding. Which-
Absolutely.
Mm.
Funny you should bring that up.
You're the one who brought it up, motherfucker.
I know, that's what I mean. Funny I brought up the Red Wedding, and we just met Michael fucking Bolton,
Yeah.
who has a
He's-
lot to do with the Red Wedding.
And he's playing his saxophone. Is that what he plays? Or is
I
that
don't
Kenny
think
G?
so. That
No, I think he plays
that's
the piano.
Kenny Loggins, Kenny G, yeah.
Kenny G. Okay.
Kenny Loggins is Days of Thunder, Top Gun, yeah.
Footloose.
Sure.
Okay. So Joffrey is being a prick this episode.
Oh, is he?
So
I would have
When
never
is-
have guessed
Dude, he
that.
was really bad.
yeah, so it starts off. He has a crossbow on Sansa, like in the fucking throne room.
But it almost seemed like a skit, like from his side, like him doing that. He's like, "Oh, your brother is being like it." Just like he was having fun with it, and like it's supposed to be scary, but like the look on his face just like was like
Yeah, he's
But
too
that's
much.
what-
He's demented.
I mean, yeah, I think that's just like he's just fucking retarded.
yeah, I mean, sorta.
I mean, I guess
Like-
he is an
like, who
he's
does that?
He's an incest baby, so that could be part of it.
And then later on in this episode, I think he takes it a step further and shows you that he is
You think?
Yeah. Later this episode, he
He's de-
becomes Queen of the Horse.
He's definitely evil as fuck.
Oh hell yeah! Which I mean, I would be kind of cool, but like, what kind of way is that to live? You know what I mean?
I don't think it would. I don't think it'd be cool.
I mean, I'm not like beating someone with a fucking
Stick.
hammer or whatever, like a whore with a hammer. That could be a shirt.
Beating whores with hammers isn't cool.
You probably couldn't wear that in public a lot.
Oh, but you could wear the cunt shirt.
Well, because that's
you wanted to
just
make
that's
earlier?
just words, but I feel like beating horses with hammers is very aggressive. Because you'd probably have to put a bloody hammer on there.
Or a bloody whore.
Well,
Yeah.
It honestly looked like a bedpost to me.
He thought the girl was gonna get fucked with it.
I thought she was gonna. Can you tell your dog
At
to
first,
shut the
I
fuck
thought
up?
that too. Yeah, I was like, wow, she's gonna get.
That's what it sounds like when Hess
gouged with
jerks
the-
off.
Yeah.
So what do you think he's doing right now? Ugh.
Oh my god, they don't call them wiener dogs for nothing.
That's right.
Yeah, so that's where like he's pointing the shit at Sansa, and then like Tyrion comes in, interrupts it.
I like that too in Tyrion.
The Hound like rips off his thing and covers her. Tyrion walks Sansa out, and like she's like, "No, he's my king. I don't want to do any."
And he's like, "Oh, you might actually survive this."
Yeah, he's like taken back from what she said, and he's like impressed with her, which I thought was
Mhm.
kind of cool. Like that's
You might survive us just yet.
It's literally
Something.
like as the episodes go on, the more and more Tyrion does, you're like, I don't understand how you could ever hate the guy.
no.
Like
This fucking
I-
there's tweets that I
In the beginning, okay.
there's still tweets.
I've deleted them since. So
No, you
unless you
didn't.
screen,
You lazy.
unless you screen grabbed them, they're gone.
I don't believe that for
I don't
a
believe that.
second. He's
I
like
bet-
pulls up his phone real quick.
I bet
he's
you
like,
Drum could find him. Why we do the podcast?
You can try.
Nah, it's too.
It's a waste of time. But I really liked how he was just like and then he was talking to the whatever his
Braun.
King's Guard. Yeah, how like he was like, next time he talks to me, spill blood all over his white.
Oh
whatever.
yeah.
Like,
yeah, I
I was
like
just
that.
like,
He's like,
this
that's a
guy's
threat.
fucking-
That's I I
yeah,
like
he's
that
like,
scene.
this
Yeah.
my friend is a threat.
Yeah.
He's a badass.
He didn't take any shit. Yeah. And
No.
but Braun helps him a lot.
Yeah,
sure.
Braun's awesome. I
It-
love him too.
Yeah, it's
And I
good.
think Braun gets quite taken care of quite well later on,
yeah
if I remember
for a
correctly.
while. Yeah. For a while. Braun's in it for the money.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't you?
Well, I mean, there's lots of reasons to be in it.
Isn't that what motivates most people? Is money?
You
Isn't
think
that why you go to work every day?
you think Rob's in it for the money? You think John's in it for the money? Do you think anyone?
No, but I mean, like,
Well, that's
you know what I mean.
but you said it doesn't
But,
motivate anybody.
Oh, I just named 3 people.
but Braun is not a Lannister or a Stark or you know what I mean.
No, he's a sellsword. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Exactly. So he has to.
Yeah, I would say sellswords are in it for the money. I don't think everybody's in. Not in this world, you know.
Right. I got
We're
you.
not in it for the money. We have fucking 800 subscribers, and we talk about Game of Thrones an hour a week.
That's true.
Money would be
This is
sweet, but we're not in it for the money. You know what I mean?
One day in the long run, one day we'll get there.
Maybe. So Braun gives Tyrion the idea to have the horrors brought over to Joffrey. Joffrey,
Yeah, which-
instead of fucking them,
That's where
Which I
my
think
that's where my
beats
quote
him.
comes from, and he's
Yeah.
like, "There's no cure for being a cunt."
what you
I
think?
do want.
You do think it's a good idea until he just fucking gets all evil.
Well, then he's like, "Oh, I could beat these horses." Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you're like, wow,
That could have been your
yeah,
best voice ever.
100. What is that? Were you Schmeagol?
Could be.
Schneagle?
From Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah,
I've never seen it.
yeah, I don't know who Schneagle is. Sorry.
I don't understand how you haven't seen Lord of the Rings.
Really? Do you want to talk about shit we haven't seen?
No, I'm just saying.
Okay.
Let's just keep it moving.
Hey, remember? I don't know when we were starting Westworld. Hess said that he was gonna watch Iron Man.
And all the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
I've seen Iron Man, the Iron Man 1 and 2.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Did you like them?
I swear to God, I'm not kidding.
Did you like them?
Yeah, they were cool.
well, that surprises me honestly. When did you watch them?
Years ago, like when
Oh.
they first came out.
So then it wasn't when you said you were going to still.
Yeah.
I do still want to watch all of the Marvel movies or whatever.
Watch Captain America. Marjorie's in it.
Oh, she is. Yeah.
Marjorie's in it for like
Oh.
a scene.
I forgot
Oh.
about that.
I like that. Should take
Um,
her top off.
Nope, it's Captain
No.
America.
You have
It's
to
a
watch,
Disney
you have
movie.
To, you have to watch Game of Thrones this year. Stop, come on. So do you think Joffrey was making Roz beat that other whore because he's evil? Obviously.
He was wanting to send a message to Tyrion, right?
Yeah, so is that the only reason, or does he just get off
No, I think I think it's both.
I think he gets off on
I think
it
he wants
too,
to send
for
the
sure.
message like, "Hey, you're not gonna fucking buy me off with your vagina," and also like, "Oh, I could get some violence out."
And then and let's be honest, like after they left, he just jerked off, right?
I mean, that might be a deleted scene, and he's like, "Oh yeah,
oh yeah, it might be."
He sounds like Cassidy.
Okay, so we'll try and wrap this up because we're fucking.
Yeah, we have about 9 minutes
the...
before everything turns off.
Yeah, we'll just keep going. Bloop. Do you like that?
You can.
Littlefinger goes to wherever the fuck Renly is to see Cat.
Mm.
Because he's
Bad call.
Because he's gonna. Well, not really.
Not really. Yeah.
He stopped.
He threatens her.
Well, he's. How'd he threaten her?
Doesn't he say like, "Do you ever want to see your daughters again" or something like that?
Yeah, that's not a threat. He's
He
saying.
was like,
Yeah, but that changed her tone.
Yeah, but it wasn't a threat. I think it was like, "Hey, do this, and it might lead to you getting your kids back."
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you took it wrong. First he talks to Renly and kind of says, "Hey, you can, if you come to the capital, the gates might be open, or they might not be." And like, so he's kind of already playing both sides.
Mm-hmm.
They show that like that's brief, and then he has Marjorie walk him to his tent at that night.
I like that scene too with her because she kind of tells him off.
Yeah, like she's not falling for his shit. Renly doesn't like him, so he doesn't really fall for his shit. Marjorie doesn't really fall for his shit. Kat, on the other hand, is pissed off. Hey, you got my husband killed, and you betrayed us. And then they give him the bones, and she goes for it, kind of.
Yeah,
you know what I
she
mean?
falls for it. I think it definitely helps that they have a past.
Yeah,
Like if that was some random dude, I don't think it would be as I don't think they could sell it as well.
for sure.
But so yeah.
It's weird because there's part of me that enjoys what Littlefinger does.
Well, because it's interesting because like to see his plan go through, but then it fucks the people you like. So then you're like, oh, well,
Right.
fuck you. But
Yeah.
keep doing it because it's interesting.
Yeah,
but then
he's
don't
like,
do
he's
it.
a snake.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. But he's a
There's
very
definitely
smart
a reason
snake.
why he was cast.
Oh
Quantum
yeah,
Break.
for sure. He's very smart.
He was one of my favorite characters when I was reading the books. Like, one of my favorite. And it was just like, God, this guy can't win, obviously, because he's just too evil. But, like, I don't know. It's just like, it was some of the shit he did. You're like, really?
Yeah.
You know? And then we got Daenerys. A writer comes back, tells her there's a city that'll let her in. They got
the
Carmix
13 and all that.
They got Carmix and lotion and water.
Bread maybe.
Yeah. So they get there and it's the 13 that's
Carmax is very much needed.
Yeah. They get there and they're like, "Hey, yeah, show us your dragons. We don't believe you." And then they're like, "Yeah, you can't come in." And then
that one, I don't remember the guy's name.
I just wrote down Zaro, the black dude.
Yeah, and he
Kinda-
comes up, cuts his hand, and basically like vouches for her.
Vouches
I'll
for her
take
too.
responsibility for all this shit.
Yeah, those 13 none of them are good people.
I was gonna say, don't they try to rob them or like take the dragons from her or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of them are good people, including the guy that vouches for her. But
But you can kind of tell they were all they were only interested because of the dragons. So like you
yeah,
have to be kind
the
of
one
careful.
thing,
Like they're not they aren't just being kind.
the one thing I don't know if I like this about Daenerys or it just drives me crazy sometimes when she makes these big empty threats. She's like, "When my dragons grow up, we're coming back here and we're gonna burn you first."
I like that because the guy's like, "Well, you just said that you're all gonna die, so you're not gonna be able to burn us. So fuck you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like she's like a bratty child almost.
But on the other hand, we all know her dragons get big and burn shit. So
yeah,
like,
but it's only because she does survive and get the like. I see what you're saying.
yeah, like I don't. It's sometimes I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. But then,
Well, and
I might talk a little shit if I had 3 dragons flying behind me too.
It's true.
can't think of his name at the moment, but he even warned her like, "Hey, be careful what you say here."
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
Or
Jorah.
Jorah, yeah.
I could not think of that for the life of me. Yeah, he was just like, "Hey, be careful what you say."
Khaleesi, be careful. Oh, that's a good impression.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
So
You should do that. You should do that more often. Ooh, 5 minutes, guys.
Huh?
Oh, we might be done.
Well, hold on, let me check something. But we might be able to just wrap it up real quick. But
okay.
All right, so our other camera died. We've been going for an hour, so you can only see Hess right now.
We're sorry.
At least he's beautiful.
You're beautiful.
So we're gonna speed round through the end of the podcast. If you stuck around this long, then you probably don't care that you can't see us for a couple minutes.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
No one's watching at this point anyway.
Yeah.
If you are watching, comment below so we know. Maybe we'll give you something special too.
Yeah, like we'll.
We should do a.
Okay.
I'll tweet.
Remember,
comment down below and I'll tweet you how many jelly beans are in the thing.
remember how we were gonna wrap this up and then?
Yeah. Oh, and we start talking. Oh, sorry.
Well, I'm just saying.
Speed round.
I got an idea. Let's just count out the jelly beans right now, and then if anyone's still watching, they'll win.
Okay, no. Let's just go through what happened in the episode.
All right, put the jelly beans down.
They're down.
And your hands up. We got you surrounded.
All right, so Arya and crew show up at a Heron Hall. What'd you call it?
Yeah. I don't even remember what I called it.
I don't know.
Holland Hall or something?
Hollandale or something.
Yeah. And they ask how bricks got burned, and that's because dragons burned it a long time ago.
Yeah.
So they get put in these cells. And the mountain basically picks out a person every day. They fucking strap a rat to them, light the bucket on fire, and
it's
the rat
a cool
eats
thing, but terrifying at the same time.
Yeah,
they do that in Sons of Anarchy, I believe.
Really?
Yeah. Have you either of you watched that show?
No, I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then
They do.
after they did it for a while, then what's his face gets picked to be in it.
Yeah, right as Gendry gets
the
picked.
bastard.
Yeah.
Right as Gendry gets picked, luckily Tywin shows up and saves the day.
Yeah, calls everybody dumb and that's a girl and but you're
It's
stupid.
hard. It's
and all
hard.
that.
It's not hard. It's hard to not like Tywin in this scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
for
there's a couple times that you're like, oh, he's kind of cool, but then he'll be like,
Then he'll
Tyrion, you little midget, and you're like, well,
Well,
Yeah.
it's almost like he's nice to strangers,
yeah, he actually is better to
as
strangers
he's
probably a
not
little bit.
nice to like his own kin.
I think
To be fair, his kids are fuck ups.
that's true.
No.
His
But I'm not disagreeing with you. What I'm saying
He's not
is,
agreeing with you. He may be
Just-
disagreeing with you, but he's not agreeing with you. That's for sure.
I'm not disagreeing with you on that. But what I'm saying is like, it's almost like a front. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm this good guy. I'm a nice guy, but in reality, he's not.
maybe a little, but I don't think he gives a fuck either. I think he's in charge, and he thinks he's like, hey, these guys are stupid. What? Oh, you can work with steel? Okay, we can use you. Oh, you're gonna kill that little boy? That's a girl. She can be my cupbearer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I almost said I told Hess. I told Jerome when we were watching this. In the book, when Arya gets and her crew gets to, I don't forget who's with her. But when they get to Heron Hall, it's actually Bolton that's there. It's not Tywin. So this is a bit like, I think this is the first big change of the show in the books. Don't quote me on that, but I know that.
So we shouldn't put that on a t-shirt. Underline Nick King.
Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, here's the
the
thing.
fuck
I'll
about
never quote you on it because I'm almost certain I'll never read the books. So.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure too.
And if I do, I probably won't remember what it was like in the show.
Then what would be the point?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then it goes to Stannis on his boat, a big stag of a boat. And he's like, hey, Davos, can you still smuggle shit?
And he's take the red lady to a cave and have her give birth to the monster from Lost.
First he said, hey, does your son listen to you? No, he listens to that red woman. Hey, she's got a name. Hey, will you take the red woman to the shore? Like, what the fuck? Like, you don't even listen to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he drags her ass to shore, and she has a baby. It's a
And that was it.
Fucking
And that's
baby.
how it. And that's
And then
how it
it's
ended.
like into the screen and then over.
Yeah, it's weird that I think all babies are cute. Right?
For the most part.
You know what's funny is like it climbs out of her crotch or whatever, and then like she has a look on her face like, aw.
Wait, it's her little smoke baby.
Well, and did it not sound like she was orgasming the whole time she was just?
Well, when subtitles on it kept saying moan. It didn't sound that painful. I mean, it didn't
I don't
sound
know.
That's what I mean. Like it sounded like she was orgasming.
Well, maybe the baby was the
She
tickler,
looked like
too.
she was in pain to me. Like her stomach was like moving, she was screaming. I don't know. I've never had a smoke monster come out of my vagina, so
Well, maybe next week.
Me neither.
you wouldn't think a smoke monster would hurt as much as like a regular baby because it can kind of,
Yeah, he can like.
you know,
It's like a rat can get underneath nice holes and all that.
a rat.
Yeah, they can like cats too. They can like bend their bones and shit.
A rat.
So that's it. The only thing we didn't talk about is Tyrion. Lancel comes to see him and says, "Hey, Cersei's pissed off. You give back Pycelle."
They're gonna be
And
my
he
man.
calls him out. For
I liked how he knew is he's like, "Hey, so you just keep these orders all day or what?" And he's like, "No, I'm right here." Oh, so you're at her fucking thing, or you're at her bed and
Hour
with the wolf.
Hour of the wolf. Yeah.
And he's like, Lancel isn't good.
It wasn't my fault. Yeah.
Oh, so he told you to fuck her. That was a good line.
Yeah.
So now
she took you against your will.
So now Lancel is spying for Tyrion. So Tyrion's like he knows Pycelle's full of shit. He's got Varys and Littlefinger on his side. He's got Lancel spying on Cersei. What could go wrong?
He's quite the manipulator. He knows how to get his way.
He's good at this game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very good at it.
Until Daddy comes home, and then
then everything kind of falls apart.
Yeah, which is fucked up.
Yeah.
It is, because everything seems to be going just fine whenever Tywin's not around.
Which is why he ends up doing what he does.
Eventually, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all right, so
Absolutely.
that's it for this week's Random Ramblings. We went over an hour. I think it's our longest podcast yet, and I think it's because we didn't talk about episodes 3 until like probably 20 minutes in. But whatever, it's called Random Ramblings for a reason. We'll be back next week for Game of Thrones Season 2, Episode 5 and 6.
Yep.
That's
and
correct.
I don't know the episodes. I don't know the titles of the episodes, but I don't think it really matters.
No,
and see you guys then. Make sure you comment down below how many jelly beans are in the container.
4 pounds. 4 pounds of jelly
4
beans.
pounds of jelly beans. We'll see you guys next time.
And comment down below if you'd just rather have us talk and just look at Hess the whole time.
Yeah. If you want to just see Hess for the whole podcast, I don't gotta set up a camera on us or lights. Me and Nick could do it in the dark.
Yeah, we could do it. I could do it naked. Just sit here.
For all they know, we are naked now. I guess they can probably see us a little bit in the bottom corner of Hess.
Oh, so you're like the what are they, the?
We don't know.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, we'll see you guys next time.
You remember when you pissed your pants?